我们习惯远距离。OK 吗，各位？又要来玩我们最好玩的霍格华兹。OK， 出发。现在是干嘛
？Welcome, everyone. I see you've already met some of the many beasts we study in this class. Though be advised, none of these creatures should be taken lightly. They are all in their own way dangerous. Especially if one does not know how to handle them properly. Now, it seems many of you are out of practice. Let's take some time to review the basics of how to care for a beast, shall we? Miss Sweeting, would you please assist our new student with the lesson today?
Yes, Professor Howen. Hello, I'm Poppy Sweeting.
Poppy.
Don't worry about Professor Howen's speech. She over-exaggerates sometimes. All the beasts in class are perfectly safe.
Oh! Miss Sweeting, pay attention, please. The tongue of a puffskein can be a slippery devil.
Yes, Professor. Here, you can practice on Gerald. Just keep an eye out for his tongue.
好笑吗？就问你好笑吗？
You can use my brush. Just be gentle. Oh, and think pleasant thoughts. I like to think it enriches his experience.
奇兽辅刷用来啊？什么意思？刷毛。
That's lovely. I'm sure he feels much better. I think he might be hungry. Would you mind giving him some beast food?
养宠物啊！
What do you suppose the pellets taste like to Gerald? Pudding, I like to think. I think we can safely say that Gerald likes you.
That's good news. He seems very nice.
He is. Kindness is one of his best qualities, right after ambition. And cleanliness.
Good work, everyone. Now, let's make our way to the pens and select another beast. And please, do be careful as you feed and groom them. Miss Sweeting, why don't you show our new student to the Neasels in the farthest pen?
This way. The Neasels are over here.
狮尾猫。
Oh, couple of Neasel whiskers ought to get me a few canuts at least. Enough to buy something from Honeydukes. Stupid thing.
What in Merlin's name are you doing?
Tuss, peculiar Poppy. Worried about a worthless little rodent.
Her name is Persephone!
Her name is Persephone!
That's really not funny.
Let's go.
Meow.
Those two don't belong anywhere near this class. Poachers in training. Persephone was onto them instantly. Thank you for your help.
还可以翻进
Let's
去
carry
啊！
on. Feed and brush the measles,
早说嘛。
just as you did with Gerald. The measles really took to you. They know a good egg when they see one,
OK， 完成任
as
务。
do I.
It appears our time has come to an end. Please close the pens and see yourselves out.
这里有门。
Where is our new student? Ah, there you are. I would like a moment, please.
Hello, Professor. You wanted to speak with me?
I did. How did you find your first BeaSt lesson?
我很享受。
It was wonderful. I believe I'm really going to enjoy this class.
Good. You seem to understand that when beasts are properly controlled, they can play a vital role in our lives. Some provide us with magically imbued materials, if cared for correctly, which does not include torturing them for whiskers. Well done, by the way. Probably best to let me handle it next time.
Yes, Professor.
They're nearly as bad as the Savagers in Rookwood's poacher pack. Sadly, we're the ones who suffer, stumbling over dead beasts.
We are the
Terrible
one we
waste of
suffer.
resources.
Surely the poachers can be brought to justice by someone. The Ministry, perhaps.
An optimistic idea. Now, why don't we focus on more immediate matters that we can control? Professor Weasley has asked that I prepare some assignments designed to help you catch up to the other 5th years. Be on the lookout for my owl. Meanwhile, I also encourage you to study as many beasts as you can on your own time.
On your own time.
I need to talk to you. Come here.
不是啊，
Did you need something, Poppy?
Thank you again for saying something to those brutes so that I didn't have to. You were an augury at noon in the desert.
I certainly hope that's a good thing.
It's something my gran and I say. It means that something or someone is a welcome surprise. At least, that's what we decided it meant.
I couldn't stand there and watch them harm the poor thing.
We're of a similar mind. Actually, in light of that, there's someone I'd like you to meet. In the forest.
In the forest. Sounds interesting.
You've intrigued me. Very well, lead the way.
I'd hoped I would.
You interest me. 跟帕比走，走，出发，冲
I
啊！
wouldn't take just anyone there. In fact,
老
you're
师
the
第一个，
first.
Really?
我是要被骗了。
Well, thank you, I think.
As I said, we think alike. Pleasant surprise.
革命就有扫把，扫把拿出来啊，哥！
Don't you think?
Poppy, where are you taking me?
It really is much better if I just show you. Don't worry, we're nearly there.
Don't worry,
It's just
be
ahead.
happy. Don't worry, be happy.
Stand back.
Stand back. OK， 直接叫一台 Uber 来，是不是？不是，你这个看起来超高级的。
Please meet Highwing. Isn't she just
Highway.
magnificent?
哎，
Go on, introduce yourself to her. But be careful. You must always show hippogriffs the proper courtesy before you approach them.
鞠躬。 鞠躬。
I knew it. I don't think I've ever seen a hippogriff take to someone this quickly. You can feed and brush her.
OK， 刷毛。
I come and check on her every once in a
刷毛
while.
combo。
Bring her pasties, tell her what's going on in the castle. You wouldn't know from looking at her, but she's a dreadful busybody. So, what did you think of Highwing?
他很
I
厉害
thought。she was brilliant. Can't believe you introduced me to her.
I suspected you two might get along.
Are you the reason students have been seeing hippogriffs flying above the Forbidden Forest?
Perhaps. Did you know that once you earn a hippogriff's trust, they'll always be there for you? I've seen it firsthand with her.
How exactly did you and Highwing cross paths?
It's a longer story, but I rescued her from poachers a few years back. Got her to safety and, well, she was fine until recently. You may have noticed that poachers are something of a problem in the area, so I worry they could get her again. And I might not be there next time.
Professor Howard mentioned the poachers as well. She seemed to imply that we couldn't rely on the Ministry to help.
I don't often agree with Professor Howin, but on that, I fear she's right. The poachers' influence is growing. I see them every day in the village, lingering, talking to people. They're up to something. I'm just not sure what.
That does seem strange. Sounds as if they're planning something.
Exactly. I think I'm going to look into it. Find out what's going on, what they're doing.
I think that's a fine idea. Information is power.
And the more I know, the better I can keep Highwing safe.
You seem undeterred. Will you let me know what you find out?
Oh, very well. I will. I should be going, but we'll speak again soon, I hope.
OK， 完成任务。好像有人想要偷动物。真等。然后嘞？管理员的阅爱资格。不对，不对。是谁啊？
Hello again, Mr. Moon.
Oh, I was hoping to see you again, my young friend. Gladwin Moon, Hogwarts caretaker, at your service. First, please allow me to apologize if I seemed a bit unsteady when we last met. I'm afraid I had a rather disconcerting encounter. Although I hear your visit to Hogsmeade was even more eventful than mine.
I suppose you could call it eventful. I certainly wasn't expecting a troll attack.
Oh, of course not. And from what I understand, the village was lucky you were there. In fact, my recent visit to Hogsmeade is the reason I was hoping to bump into you. I could use your help with something. Do you see that curious statue over there? Watch what happens when that light changes from day to night. Now, if you wouldn't mind humoring me for a moment, see if you can remove the moon from the statue.
啊，从雕像上移除月亮。
Odd little contraptions, aren't they? It seems the statue vanishes once the moon is removed, which, incidentally, can only be done at night. Why don't you hold on to that one for now, and I'll explain more as we walk. Ever since that fateful day in the village, those curious statues have begun appearing about the castle. A fair number have been strewn around Hogsmeade. Someone, it seems, is trying to torment me. You see, that day in Hogsmeade, I turned a corner and came face to face with a boggart, or shapeshifter, if you will, which takes the form of whatever scares you most. This one took the form of a demiguise.
A demiguise?
Yes! Terrifying creature that can see the future. Wholly unnerving. I encountered one when I was a lad in Korea. Terrible experience. Those statues are demiguises. The moons, I assume... Uninspired play on my name. Some jackanapes used a boggart to learn my greatest fear and use it against me. I have my suspicion as to the scoundrel or scoundrels responsible. It is my hope that they will slip up and reveal themselves as the statues disappear. That is why I need your help in removing the statues.
Why me?
A couple of reasons, frankly. First, your daring do against those trolls in Hogsmeade has gained you a reputation for fearlessness. Second, as macabre and hideous as a demiguise is, most would find my fear of them unwarranted. You, however, have seen how they affect me. I'm at my wit's end, young friend. I simply can't bring myself to go near them. In fact, I know of two statues right here in the faculty tower. Perhaps you could start simply by removing them, so I can go about my evening duties.
I'd be glad to help you, Mr. Moon.
Oh, I knew I could count on you. First, you know how to cast a disillusionment charm, correct? You'll want to do that before wandering the tower at night. Next, you'll notice that the door is locked. However will you get in? Alahomora, that's how.
But what about curfew?
Curfew? Oh, tosh. I sense you're a bit like me when I was your age. Oh, the school was my oyster. And I took advantage of it. Now, you'll...
啊！不然跳过了啊。他刚讲啥？等一下，他刚讲啥？你会在级长的浴室找到一座雕像，另一座在校医院。OK， 懂了。
Alohomora.
干嘛？用 Q1 跟 AD 旋转心火刻度，什么意思？啊，什么意思？OK， 我这一个卡关，哈。哦，是这样玩啊。
Well done! You're in. Remember, use a disillusionment charm.
幻灭。
No one claps eyes on you. This is a.
Incendio.
穿。42块。
How are your students getting along this year?
Rather poorly, I'd say.
Is that
That you are to be remanded at once.
啊，哭啊！啊，哎，你怎么在这里？
You say that every year, Matilda.
I would. What are you up to?
哎，这很难。这很难。 怎么搞啊？这怎么可能？还是我可以整整实话，送他上西天。这啥？等级3锁定。哦，更多的月亮，更高等的开锁技能。
This must be the prefect's bathroom. Hello, Amora.
哥，你门都被开了，你没看到？
They're saying that Ranrock's loyalists are preparing for a rebellion. Always mucking about, stirring up trouble. Perhaps Ranrock and his lot wouldn't be so combative if the Ministry would allow them to have wands. One of those goblins comes near me, I'll hand him his hat. Or hell, when it goes. Anyway, I'm not afraid of a goblin rebellion. My marks in Professor Hecat's class are superb. I don't think that's what that class is for. She's right. Why don't you leave goblins alone, troll? How dare you speak to a prefect that way? That's it. Any house point. You know you can't do that.
Ah, 那我怎么过？
I can't help with the prefect.
你好，你好，你家好啊！嗯，不对，不对，不要重来吧！啊！却又像风捉摸不住。校医院，校医院，哎，睡很久了。可以直接走过去吗？
That you are to be
哦，
reminded at once.
你那里，到底要干嘛？却又像风捉摸不住。那怎么办？往这走吗？ 套餐。怎么办？
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented fleet. I hope there are no students in the hospital wing on account of my venomous tentacula.
Not at the moment, no. Plenty of other perils and pitfalls. I suppose I should begin my rounds now.
I suppose Professor Black knows best, but the students are terribly disappointed about Quidditch
Hi.
cancelled.
I had planned
How are you?
a few galleons on Hufflepuff.
How are you guys? 却有
The students are
像
terribly
风捉摸不住。
On Hufflepuff this season.
Hufflepuff? Well, Ravenclaw.
却有像
I
风
know when I see
捉
a
摸
winning bet.
不住。那本书哎，
Revelio.
套餐
What was what?
I thought I heard something. Perhaps not. Anyway, I had high.
哎，那个不见了。 哦，不要从那个小房间来！不要从那个小房间来！不要从那个小房间来！不要从那个小房间来！不要从那个小房间来！
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Hello, Mr. Moon. I have the moons you asked me to collect.
Oh, goodness!
Obviously,
You're as fearless as I'd hoped. An excellent start. If we can collect more, it may shed some light on who's behind all this. Of course, I first suspected Peeves. He drove the previous caretaker, Rancorous Carp, to an early retirement with his intolerable buffoonery. But that does not explain his boggart in Oxmead, does it? No. I am determined, with your help, to discover the identity of my tormentor.
It's definitely intriguing. I'd like to help you solve this mystery.
You, my friend, are a gentle person and a scholar, and I have something to offer in exchange for your assistance. Now, remember, the moons are only retrievable at night. Thus, I encourage you to use a disillusionment when necessary.
Understood. I shall keep an eye out.
I appreciate that.
耶，解完喽。
Oh, and I knew you were the one to ask for help. Keep at it so we can solve this mystery.
好多支线啊！怎么支线啊？
Another selection for you all. This was composed long before any of us were even painted.
月亮背后的男子。 先靠上啊！来，再解一下直线。拉锁术。
Alohomora. Revelio.
李老师，专注魔药、终极魔药跟印德古魔药。同时使用它们。 巧妙钥匙，好多任务。哦，黑色就是有任务，对不对？来去解解看这些任务吧。奈里欧格斯派尔。
The Daedalian keys are back. Aren't they brilliant?
Is everything all right?
Yes. I'm sorry. I'm Nellie, by the way.
Nellie.
I'm just so excited that the Daedalian keys are back.
The what keys?
The Daedalian keys. Surely you've seen them flying about. Rumor is that a former headmistress, Professor Moll, conjured them to protect the contents of certain locked cabinets years ago. Professor Black couldn't be bothered to disenchant the keys, and they appear every few years. You should try to catch one.
Why would I do that?
Each key will lead you to a locked cabinet somewhere in the castle. If you can manage to get the key into the cabinet lock, not an easy task, you may find a reward.
Perhaps I'll give it a go.
I hope you do. In fact, I think I heard one of the keys in the astronomy tower. You should listen for them. I hope you follow a few keys at least. If you manage to open... I'd love to know what you find, if anything.
Heard you're defending Hogsmeade against trolls. You know, there is something in my heart. I should like to retire to a small hamlet.
Revelio. A Daedalian key. Wonder where it might lead me.
If anyone needs help with an essay or assignment, I don't mind.
Revelio.
Slow coach! Slow coach!
people I feel sorry for are the ones who
Revelio.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
There's the cabinet. How do I get this key in there? Got it. An old coin. Perhaps Nellie knows what it means.
Hello there. Perhaps you can help me.
Were you able to follow one of the Daedalian keys?
Hello, Nellie. I managed to get a Daedalian key into its lock.
Brilliant! What did you find in the cabinet?
A curious token of some sort.
Looks like some sort of house token. I bet it unlocks house chests. I call them house chests. I've seen the one in Gryffindor and heard they're also in the other common rooms as well. Keep an eye out. I do hope you continue on. For so much effort, the prize must be something grand.
I should see this through and find the Ravenclaw house chest. Seems I'll need to find more house tokens if I'm to open this. Quite a few by the look of it.
I was distracted by thieves and ran face first into Adelaide Oaks the other day. Old books went flying. I peeved his entire week.
Off on another adventure, are we?
I'm uncomfortable